Hey, what's up, guys? We are back again with a new ultimate offense double prince deck in Clash Royale. I probably just made the most difficult deck to defend. When you've got double prince raged up, your opponent will not be able to stop it, especially when you snowball back their troops, have the goblin giant to tank and remove all the distractions, and then have the skeleton barrel on the other side to force out your opponent's buildings and logs so there's no way to reset the prince. It's hilarious playing double prince in the meta right now because bandit's dash does not stop prince anymore. So let's go jump straight some games, assert dominance, and make people furious. And a huge thanks to everyone that's using creator code SirTag, making the daily videos on the channel possible. Hey, yo, we got a game out here. Let's get it, guys. So first things first, I'm gonna go for the skeleton barrel and see what's happening. Usually, whenever we go for the skeleton barrel, we get a lot of elixir from our opponent, and that's exactly what we want to see. So I can almost guarantee what the deck is. When I see bowler, it's going to be lumberjack balloon freeze with either baby dragon or electro dragon. Which one you got for me? Whatever it is, you're not able to stop the prince. Beautiful. I can bats here. I think the inferno dragon locks onto the bats instead of the prince immediately. And is that going to give us enough value to win the battle at the river? Can we deliver? Yo, if I snowball here, that might be a bit of an overcommitment, but I just want to be able to kill the Inferno Dragon. I just want to kill the Inferno Dragon. Good boy. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. And then the Dark Prince rolls through. Being able to tank for the Baby Dragon is imperative. Getting the Bar Barrel is clean, because now the Skeleton Barrel can thrive. So usually, when you go in for a Goblin Giant, you don't want to go in with the Skeleton Barrel at the same time. You want to bait out your opponent's building, but because I know he doesn't have a building, and he'll try to tornado this if it's paired by itself, I'm going to Skeleton Barrel here with the Goblin Giant and make him super annoyed. This is one of those card combinations that you look at and you're like, what type of idiot runs this? And I'm that idiot. That's what we do. That's how we do what we do. We force out the tornado. We destroy the Inferno Dragon. He has absolutely no way of getting counter push here. And I've got bats, and I've also got Dark Goblin for the incoming balloon freeze with Lumberjack. The thing is, when you play a deck that is super standard, I know what it is. And everyone's able to decipher and they know how to play against it. When you play a deck like ours, no one has played against this before, so how could they ever come up with a counter to it on the spot? Like, he still doesn't know how to play against this. He's having to figure out what he's supposed to do as the game progresses, where I'm like, hey, I know what your deck is. I have a plan. We are doing it. Let's go. I hope the Dark Goblin doesn't get hit. It's definitely gonna get a hit, though. Yeah, it's just...
How did you get so good at bowling?
It's not one of those lucky Dark Goblins, you know? If he was a little bit more green, he'd be able to make it happen, but he got a little bit red and dead out here. Maybe we can go for bats and follow up with the Goblin Giant and just keep the elixir low. I think that would be our best bet. We keep the low elixir game. We can put him to shame and then go for the raged up bats with the Goblin Giant tanking, maybe forcing out a freeze early. If we're able to go for a skeleton barrel here and then snowball afterward, this could be pretty promising. Yo, I think that we're going to get a tornado out of you really, really early. The rage is going to screw up your timing and then you bar barrel. Okay, cool. I'll just Dark Goblin. That cleans everything up. I can go for early bats. I don't think you're able to afford the Baby Dragon. Then we can go and rage everything as well. I think we rage this all up and we kill the balloon. Yo, that's hilarious. My goodness. This is insane. He can't even, like, freeze because he doesn't even have it yet. He can't. He's going to have to tornado. And then when he tornadoes, we double prince at the river. I'm going to go in for Skeleton Barrel on the other side. He has to respond to that. You can't just eat that. It would do way too much damage, my dude. And now I can go in for the Dark Prince. I can hit him up with the regular Prince and make him prance and do the dance. Let's go, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's actually just going to straight up eat all of that. I'll go for bats here. And I think I don't need to snowball immediately. Even if he freezes, it would be a pretty big overcommitment. He did it anyway. Wow, dude. You are a feisty and frisky and frivolous sir. And I love it. Because now we can go for the Goblin Giant. Skeleton Barrel on the other side, you have to respond to this time. You can't ignore me! But at the same time, if I snowball with a raged up Goblin Giant, it's impossible for him to defend. He has to literally freeze and then tornado back to Goblin Giant. That's just way too much elixir. So getting into this one, I'm going to go for a Skeleton Barrel. Let's see what's happening. You guys already know Skeleton Barrel is always going to be the best first play of the day. Electro Dragon. Yo, are you going to be running Balloon Freeze? Because we just played against one of those guys. Yo, you definitely are running Balloon Freeze. Don't even try to fib right now.
Well, I'm not hiding anything from you, okay?
You've got Goblin Barrel counters with your Bar Barrel, but we don't have Goblin Barrel. We're not running a double barrel deck. We're running the Goblin Giant. Oh my gosh, gigantic value up in here with the tornado. I can't believe, well, I killed the Dark Goblin, but he's down a lot now. Oh, we know exactly what he's going to do. He's going to have no way of stopping this. It's beautiful. I'm just going to go for the Goblin Giant. He used his tornado. He doesn't have Electro Dragon. The pushback does not stop the Prince. He probably is going to have to go in for like a random Inferno Dragon, but the Prince is going to pummel the tower. He's down so bad right now. Usually, guys, when your opponent messes up once against this deck because you've got Rage and Prince and Goblin Giant, you just take the tower and you move on to the next game. It's really just that simple.
But you can't do this to me.
GG and well played to our opponent. It didn't happen in the last game because, you know, the guy played a lot better. He was playing super safe, but this one is definitely over.
One eternity later.
I wanted to 3-crown him. Oh, that's unfortunate, guys. I went balls to the walls trying to 3-crown, and we only took a 2-tower game there. To get into this game, let's test out our brand new deck. Let's get into it. So I'm going to go in for a Prince in the back. Ooh, I think it's going to be a P.E.K.K.A player. It's definitely going to be a P.E.K.K.A player when we see Royal Ghost. Oh my gosh, that's so much elixir. What are you doing? You certified savage. You just dropped your entire elixir bank at the river. Do you not understand that this is like a huge threat coming at you? Double princes? You can't bank on that fireball defending. No way, bro. Eat that prince damage. The prince's utensil is just devouring our opponent's tower. It's eating him alive like a snack. And it feels so satisfying to see the prince charge with a rage. Like, I've never seen a prince move that fast. He was really extra motivated today. It's like Christmas came early because, you know, we just had Christmas. It's just fast forwarded an entire year. And he's like, yo, I got to go rush down. I got to go down the chimney. Got to go and collect all my presents. My man went down in that tower and asserted the dominance. P.E.K.K.A coming down. That's not too bad for me. I think the Dark Goblin should be able to be fine. Maybe I'll have to snowball here. I can bats on top of the Electro Wizard so it doesn't reset the Dark Goblin. I think that I don't have to spend any elixir here. I think the Dark Goblin will be able to kill that. And yeah, we're fine. If I hadn't Dark Prince here and I dropped in the right-hand side, I would have definitely lost my tower because then the Electro Wizard resets. Just not very good if the P.E.K.K.A gets multiple hits on my tower. Also, I love double Prince in this meta, specifically because the Bandit glitch is still not fixed. If the Bandit isn't able to reset the charge of the Prince then becomes one of the best cards in the game. And because we've got 2 of them, we got double the action up in here. Also, you know what? I think we're up enough to justify going in for like a Goblin Giant and then maybe even raging it up. As this game progresses, this could be extremely beneficial. Notice how I time it so that the tower's also working away there. But look at this. The snowball is going to be profound. If I'm able to snowball this stuff away and then get the Goblin Giant locked and loaded on the tower, I might be able to finish off the Royal Ghost too. Oh, come on now. Kill the Royal Ghost today, brother.
I'm already dead.
All right, I'll Prince, and then I'll Bats on top of the Electro Wizard, and I'll eat some damage. But it's still okay for us because the Royal Ghost will die, and then the Bats will give us some type of safety. He can't go and spam more stuff at the river, even if he wanted to. If he goes in for a Bandit, that's going to die, so you're going to Magic Archer as well. Beautiful. So that's cool because now we don't have to respond to the Bandit. And I might want to go in... Ooh, stop it, sir. I still think that we can go in for the Goblin Giant and kite this to the other side, and then Dark Prince afterward on top. Maybe we Prince instead. I think Princing instead is better. It'll give us more counter pressure, and then it will force out a lot of extra elixir. We might be able to do double Prince action here. Electro Wizard isn't even in the same lane that he wants it to be, and I can rage this up too. So I'm liking what this is looking like. Still not going to be a definite W, but look at that damage. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yo, Dark Prince, you are coming through with a value, baby. No way. All I have to do is hold the door. I think I can do that with 7 seconds remaining. Even if the Royal Ghost locks, we got this game on lock, baby. Get out of here. Not in my house. GG. Well played and peace out. We just destroyed a P.E.K.K.A player with Electro Wizard when we're running double Prince. And that's the power of double Prince in this meta, especially with the Mimi Rage. It's just so much more fun. Hey, we're going to go into this one. What's happening, dude? First things first, whenever you go in for the Skeleton Barrel, I'm hoping that we have a similar deck. I hope that we are made of the same cloth, my dude. If we can, we're going to Goblin Giant at the river and hit him up with the Skeleton Barrel to make him shiver. Let's go. I'm going to rage this, and I believe that we can screw up his timing with the small spell. There's no way he's going to be used to rage with Mega Knight coming down. It's going to be all destroyed by the Dark Prince, right?
No one beats Hulk.
Isn't that ridiculous? That I killed a Mega Knight on our opponent's side of the map. Have you guys ever seen that before in your lives? Like in single elixir, I just haven't killed a Mega Knight on my opponent's side of the map. Unless I've run Sparky, but you don't see a Sparky in my deck, right? I can Prince here and follow up with Bats, and there's a high likelihood that this guy is also going to end up having a Skeleton Army in the deck. That's what I'm used to seeing whenever I see a Royal Giant Mega Knight deck. Ooh, I don't know if the Dark Goblin's able to kill it. Please, Dark Goblin, no! You had one job! Okay, so we can activate King Tower here. I don't know if that's going to be worth it. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's going to be the better play. Because we can activate King Tower, and then it finishes off the skeletons. And then please don't hit me again. No! I was going to say that the Firecracker was not going to put me in ultimate amount of dismay, but that is exactly what happened there. Okay, so we can rattle off another Goblin Giant just so the Spear Goblins lock onto that instead. And I think he's going to Inferno Dragon. If he does, we can Giant Snowball. If he's got Mega Knight, we stop it in its tracks with the Prince, and we shut it down up in here. One more hit, one more hit, one more hit. Oh, that was beautiful. So now we're in the damage lead. decisively in a pretty good position. I wonder if I Prince here. If I Prince there, probably a little bit better. Did I miss one of the... Okay, I was like... If I miss one of the bats, I'm an idiot. The reason why I Prince there is because we want all the towers to shoot the Mega Knight immediately instead of dropping it closer there. That worked out pretty well. He's going to Skeleton Army. I have no answer to it. It is what it is. It be how it be. Royal Giant's coming through. Bats, Skeleton Barrel. I wonder if this is smart. No! No! You are not allowed to have that card up in here, bro. Not like this. I am in a tragic situation. Royal Giant, when I don't have a building, feels really bad. You know what feels a little bit worse? When you drop Prince and you mean to drop Bats. That doesn't feel very good either. Or Goblin Giant. If I drop Goblin Giant there and then Bats, I think we would have been able to maybe make something happen, but this is looking tragic right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in for a Goblin Giant. He might Royal Giant on me, but it will be okay if we pull this off correctly. A Snowball. Come on now. Come on now, Snowball. Put in the work. Let the Goblin Giant do the dirty work out here. There's no way that Skeleton Barrel is going to do enough, but I can hope and pray, right? We can hope and pray. Oh my goodness. So difficult, guys. So unfortunately, we're going to lose this game. Our opponent played super, super well. As you guys can see, if you do play against Royal Giant, I think that is one of the few things that you don't want to face when you're running Goblin Giant, right? So the reason is I don't have a building. The Royal Giant is guaranteed damage, especially if he's able to arrow away my Bats and my Dark Goblin in one fell swoop. I totally wasn't expecting that. All right, we got a game. Let's go. Impeccable. Dude, are you going to have another P.E.K.K.A deck? We just destroyed one of those. Give it to me again, sir. All right. Wait, what? Oh, he dropped it really far back because he was like, okay, usually people cycle things in the back. So if I'm cycling my Earthquake, I'm going to cycle farther back so then I can maybe hit a unit with it too. That was smart. Wow. I never thought of that. I always just Earthquake in front of the tower and hit the tower if I have to cycle it at this turn. That is crazy. He's up so much damage just because of a simple Earthquake. You know what? We are not going to stand for that, sir. I'm going to rage up my Prince. He's going to squaddle and maybe he can get his way through. Dude, there's no way. I can't break through a cannon, can I? Is the Prince actually able to do that? No way. Dude, the raged Prince. It killed the Hunter because the Hunter wasn't able to shoot fast enough. That's ridiculous. I think that rage just flips every single interaction on your opponent's head. And then they're like, wait, that's totally not something that I've ever been used to. My Hunter always kills that. And it's like, nah, dude, not today, fam. Not today, Junior. I think we're fine here. Might be able to kill with the Dark Goblin before the Hunter even gets a hit. Oh. Cursed myself, sirs. I'm not running Mother Witch, but I still found a way to curse myself. That's awesome. That's sick. I can snowball that back so it doesn't get a hit if I drop it fast enough, and I didn't. Sheesh. Faster than me, sir. How you got to be that way? So generally when the cannon's out of cycle, that's when the Goblin Giant comes out to play. I can't rue the day right now, but when the cannon card dissipates, or the cannon dissipates, we can get a Goblin Giant on the tower. I expect him to cycle back very, very fast. But maybe we get a rail delivery with the Skeleton Barrel in the right-hand lane so that he's not going to be back to a simple enough defense to shut us down. Usually they want to go for like a cannon cart and rail delivery, but if his cannon is out of cycle and then he doesn't have his rail delivery because he drops it here, we're going to be in a good spot. Woo, he's got log and rail delivery. Okay, that's totally what we did not want to play against. Seriously, like out of all the deck combinations, this would be like #1 on my naughty list, man. All right, I'm going to snowball this back. We should be able to shut down the Hog Rider this time. I think that the Electric Spirit is going to be problematic, but if the Prince gets a charge, that's okay. We can vibe with that. Maybe we go in for Skeleton Barrel again on the right and try to get him out of our sight. Go for Bats here. If he goes in for rail delivery early, that is where our Bats are able to do some massive damage. If the Prince can lock onto the tower, no way, dude. No way. Are you kidding me right now? Yeah, you were kidding me. Okay, I just wasted a snowball. Just one of those moments that you look at yourself and you're like, yeah, I'm a little bit of a bucket bear. I'm not the smartest and sharpest tool in the shed, but we're still going to make it work, bro. We got this on lock. I think he's going to go in for a log and also a rail delivery. If we can shut that down with skeletons, potentially we can find our way through. The log comes down and misses the Dark Goblin. Wait, if the Dark Goblin... Wait, how are you have that much damage there? Dark Goblin's going to lock on the tower too. No way. What is happening in this game? Dark Goblin is actually evolved to my win condition. This is absurd. If I can beat someone with a rail delivery and a log and a cannon and a hunter with a fast cycle and skeletons, I think you can beat any matchup in the game with this deck then. That is what I've convinced. That is what I'm convinced about. Come on, Prince, make your magic happen. So he logs. He knew that he wouldn't be able to kill the Spear Goblins. He has to drop something else too, right? Ooh, sheesh. Okay, I'm going to go for Dark Prince. I'm going to get that to charge up so that he can't go for a Hog Rider as quickly as he wants. He's just going to try to earthquake cycle me right now. This is the epitome of toxicity. So I'm going to Prince, and we can follow up with a Goblin Giant soon. I still think that this is winnable. It's a tough, tricky scenario, but it's viable, you know? We're vibing with it. I'm going to snowball that back. Now the Prince is able to kill everything. We can rage, maybe? Hopefully make our opponent rage with the Skeleton Barrel on the other side. If the cannon can die, and the Prince is tanking for the Spirit Goblin still. Somehow the Spirit Goblins from the Goblin Giant are our win condition. The bats are going to lock on the tower, and we just won. One of the most difficult matchups you guys could ever see in your life. Like, I'm playing against Cannon, which is extremely cost-efficient defense against Giants, Goblin Giants, you know, Golems, any beatdown deck. They've got Royale delivery to pounce on top of all of our spam if we drop it on the same side. Log to incinerate the Dark Goblin, stop the Prince's charges, Electro Spirit to reset, and Skeletons for a fast cycle and also distractions. Like, if I were to build a deck to counter us, that would probably be it, and we still beat it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and have an amazing rest of your day.